Hey everybody. So Metahuman Creator inside Unreal Engine does have some limitations, but if you want to make a custom Metahumans like I usually do, I do have a new way that makes things very easy. It also gives you a way to get the combined Metahuman that we need for wrapping. So there's a lot that we're going to discuss today regarding custom Metahumans. The Metahuman that you're looking at right now is that said custom Metahuman that was made with Metahuman Creator in 5.6. And that's why you can see that the techwear outfit that it's free for everybody to use in Fab fits very nicely into this Metahuman. I'm also using an animation from Matt Worksman Narrative Motion website, which we're going to talk about at the end of this video. So make sure you watch the whole thing. And let's get started. All right, I brought you here into the Metahuman Creator window just so you can see that this is a full body and head character that has been customized. There's no way that you can do this with the Metahuman Creator. This is something that I brought from the outside, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But I first wanted you to see the whole Metahuman without the techwear outfit, because I do think that even though I think the techwear outfit does fit him well, quote unquote, but there are some changes like around the waist area that I would do to make it fit better. Now the plugin that we're going to be using is this one from Virtual Pancakes. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for you to download. As you can see, is a very affordable plugin. Now, one of the things that I'm going to warn you right off the bat is that this is done in Maya. I know that I just said the Maya word, and instantly some of you are going to go into the comment section and say, why are you using Maya? Why don't you use Blender? You're a corporate shill, blah, blah, blah. Look, the reason why I'm using Maya is because this is the best workflow that I found. Right now, there is no better workflow in Blender. Yes, you can use Metahumans in Blender, but there is no good workflow for customizing Metahumans in Blender at the moment. Once that thing exists, I promise you, I will make a video doing it in Blender. But for now, I'm doing things in Maya because it's what works. So don't hate the messenger. I'm not the one who created this workflow. I'm just informing you of how to do it. I apologize for this mini rant, but reading those comments can be very frustrating because it's in every single video that I use Maya. So let's just get back to the video. Now, what we need to do here inside Unreal is just create a Metahuman, like a random Metahuman. So right click, remember to have all your Metahuman plugins. I think that has been explained by everybody that does this. I have a video doing this. So yeah, just activate all your plugins before doing this regarding the Metahuman Creator. Then just go right click, Metahuman, and you're gonna do Metahuman Character. And this is going to get you the what's called the generic mesh for Metahuman. It should look something like this. You don't have to choose any preset. You don't have to choose anything. Just right like this Metahuman. All you have to do is create full rig. Now, every now and then I've been getting this message. I don't know why, but I always say yes. Nothing ever happens. This does never crash. So if you know why this is happening in the comment section down below, let me know, because I have 64 gigs of RAM, I have 5090, so I don't know what kind of memory is Unreal wanting to use. All right, auto rig is finished. Now we need to give it some textures. I'll just give it 2K textures because again, it doesn't matter. All we want is the topology to wrap around our custom character. And once that's done, we're going to come here into the assembly part, and where it says assembly, I'm going to click here and tell it to DCC export. Okay, so this is going to create a package for what we're going to be using in Maya, and you're going to be needing the Metahuman to Maya plugin. The Maya plugin is something that you can find free on Fab. Once you download it and install it, the Metahuman to Maya plugin, all you have to do is come here to wherever you have installed Unreal Engine 5.6, go to plugins, then go to Marketplace, and here it is, Metahumans for Maya. Double click here. So once you're here, just double click it. It works like any other installer. Click next on everything and it'll be done, and then we'll activate it later in Maya. So I just wanted to make sure that you had that. Do you have to give it an output folder? I already have a folder for that. I'm going to select folder. You can export as a zip file if you want. I honestly don't care. Let's just uncheck makeup. and it's going to export it as the name of whatever your metahuman is. So I'm going to click assemble, and that's going to export the things that we need from the metahuman, which is the DNA. Now, in order to install the plugin that you just downloaded from ArtStation, it's going to give you a couple files. There's a README with instructions on how to install. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is go to the Maya folder that it's created in your documents folder. You should have a modules folder here. If you don't, just create a new folder that's called modules. Go in here and just paste everything from that zip file inside that modules folder, and the plugin will pop up instantly once you load Maya. So let's just go into Maya. Okay, so here we are in Maya, and one of the things you need to do is activate the plugin. So you go to Windows, Settings and Preference, Plugin Manager, whoops. And over here you type Metahuman, and make sure that you have the Metahuman for Maya PI loaded. I have it on auto load, and the Metahuman Extra Tools, which is the plugin that you just downloaded, needs to be loaded here as well. A couple of things that you need to take into account. If you install the old Bridge plugin, the ancient way we used to use with the Bridge app to bring metahumans like before 5.6, there's going to be an error once you activate the Metahuman for Maya plugin. So I suggest that you uninstall that plugin so there is no error, because otherwise you're going to have to deactivate stuff every time you go in. The other thing is that this doesn't work with Maya 2026, as far as I know. Somebody correct me in the comments if that changed, but as far as I know, the Metahuman for Maya plugin, it's not functioning in Maya 2026, so that's why I'm staying in 2025 for now. So once you have that, you should have a little tab up here that says Metahuman. So if you click that, you're going to see that you have several things that you can do from the Metahuman plugin. Now you have the character assembler, which is how you bring the metahumans into Maya, but you should have Metahuman Extra Tools, which is that plugin that we downloaded from ArtStation. So once you click that, you're going to see, you're going to get this UI. All you have to do is click DNA to OBJ. With this, we're going to indicate it where the body and the head DNA are going to be located. And that's why I told you to export your metahuman as it was. We didn't care about hair, clothes, or anything else. So just gonna go to body. And here I am in my metahuman folder. The one that I did was tutorial 2. And once you get into the folder, you're going to see that you have body DNA, head DNA, and you have other folders here. Right now, we're going to load body DNA. Click on open. Then we're gonna go into head DNA. You're gonna click on head DNA. And there's one that says keep original, and there's one that says symmetrize. This is a metahuman that is exactly as it comes, so there's no need to symmetrize. Just keep original and run it. You can use symmetrize. It just takes a little bit longer, but I mean, it's up to you if you want to go that route. Now we go into output files, and you're going to see that we have OBJ. So if we go back one folder, we do have two different folders. So we have alt OBJs, which are the OBJs that it produced from the metahumans that you just made. And there's the new OBJs. This is where you would bring in the edited metahuman. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. So from here, the all metahuman, this thing right here that says all combined, this is what you would use to wrap. So let me bring this into Maya so I can show you how it looks. So the reason why I wanted to show you this first is because there is a way to get a combined mesh from Unreal Engine. The problem is that mesh is triangulated when it comes out. So it's worthless for wrapping. You want to use something like this that is not only combined, but it has the original mesh. I used to use an all 5.5 metahuman mesh that I got from the Bridge app, but now I've been using this for wrapping. And again, you can use a generic body for male and female. It really doesn't matter. Just do the one body and it will serve you for either sex. That's fine. All right, so as you can see, we brought our metahuman base mesh here into Wrap 3D. I know some of you like to use the plugin for ZBrush because it's more affordable. I like the app because not only is it standalone, but It's also a perpetual license, so you buy it once. There's no subscription, no nothing. And if I got it on Black Friday, so it was also very affordable. Now in here, if you have seen my other videos, I already have some videos how I use this app, and you can see all the nodes that I use here. I use a node for the base mesh, a node for my custom character. In this case, if I turn it on, it's this kind of elfish creature. This is just a save file that I have, and I just swapped the custom character. I do have this select polygon node. The reason why I have this node here is because the metahumans have a mouth back. And if you don't select the mouth back, then when it's doing the wrapping process, it's going to kind of like protrude out and it's going to look all weird. So make sure that you create a selection with the selection polygons. I also have a tutorial on that. And then you just use wrapping, and that should give you a full combined character. All right, so after you get your OBJ from Wrap or from ZBrush, you have to click here, OBJ to DNA. And there's a couple of things that we need to do. So first we need the original body and head DNA. So for that, I'm going to go into my folder here. I'm going to get the body DNA. I'm going to get the head DNA. And it's going to ask you for not only the body, but the eyes. I forgot to mention that. So you're going to need to use the eyes from the metahuman because it wants the eyes from the metahuman. Place them wherever you have placed your eyes, export it as an OBJ, and then load it here. So you're just going to load it. And if we go into new OBJs, you're going to see that I do have some eyes here and the combined that I saved. So we're going to load the combined body first. And then we're going to load the combined eyes. This process will not work without the eyes. So make sure that you place the eyes where they're supposed to be located. Otherwise, it's going to go haywire. Now, this will allow you to keep the current pose. And here is where we touch on something that I mentioned on X or Twitter. By the way, you should follow me there. Links in the description, where you can have whatever pose you want. You don't have to change it to the metahuman base pose. You can have whatever pose you want, and then this will change it for you. So I left it here, match metahuman pose. There's also something here where you can actually select which, if your character happens to have less limbs or less fingers than the metahuman, you can actually do that selection here. Otherwise, just run it. And right here, it has a little bit of a guide on what you should do once you get back into Unreal. All right, that didn't take long. My computer takes like 20 seconds. If it takes a little bit longer, don't freak out. It's not crashing. It can take a little bit. So once that is done, we're going to go back into Unreal, and we're going to go back here. We need to remove the rig. Now you can do it in the same template that where you created your metahuman, or you can just create another metahuman character. Now, once we remove the rig, we can actually go back to editing this. So we're going to go into body, and we're going to go into conform, and we're going to use a DNA file. Now we're going to uncheck import the whole rig, because that's one of the things that is telling us to do. As you can see, here is the guide. You uncheck import the whole rig, and we're going to point it to wherever the DNA is located. I'm going to grab the body DNA, open. I'm going to click import. As you can see, boom, it got me into the body of the main character. Now we're going to go into the head DNA, conform. We're going to uncheck whole rig, and we're going to tell it none in the alignment option. And we're going to say adapt neck, absolutely not, because that looks horrible. And also it's a requirement of this plugin. So we're going to select the head, and we're going to click import. And boom, there you go. There's the head. So once that is done, all you have to do is go through the same process that you would use if you were creating a character. Give it a material, give it some hair, give it some clothes, and you are basically done. The great thing about this workflow is that if you have some parametric outfits, they will work with this metahuman, as you saw from my intro in the beginning. All right, so as I mentioned in the beginning, I was using an animation from Matt Worksman's Narrative Motion website. These are some animations that he has created using his motion capture. I believe he's also cleaned them up. I was using one of the free ones, but there's also some paid ones here. I think these animations are very affordable for the level of quality that they have. One of the things that I like, oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored or anything. It's just I do like his work a lot. One of the things that I do like about these animations that is different from the other animations that you can find on Fab is they are not gamified. For some reason, these animations do look a little bit different. So can these be used for games? Of course. You can, as you can see, they work perfectly with the mannequin. They're very easy to retarget. He has some videos about how to do that in Unreal Engine. So yes, you can use it for games, but they are not in a loop as far as I know. So these are more for like cinematics. If you were doing some cinematics, or if you're doing a short film, I already see some animations here that will serve for a short film that I have in mind. Once I have my characters finished, I'll let you know which ones I end up using once that's done. But yeah, go visit this website. It's amazing. He deserves all the support because I think this is going to be a great resource for people like myself who do short films, or even if you want to do games or want to have some high quality animations for your cinematics. This is something that I would highly recommend. All right, everybody, that is it for this video. I just want to show you what I'm using to customize the Metahumans, because I do think this way is a little bit simpler than what I used to do before. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Let me know if you have any questions about this. And as always, leave me a comment and leave me a like, because it goes a long way by helping the channel. We have another video this week about my talk with an Unreal Engine specialist, talking more about Unreal Engine things. Everybody loved that talk from the previous video. So there's going to be a new episode this week. Make sure you subscribe for that and ring that bell for notification. There's also more dissected videos coming up with more characters, more weapons, more environment pieces. So make sure you stay subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.